Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel once again. So today I have come up with very important video that is all you need to know before you start your ACCA journey. Now there is always a confusion about various questions like ACCA का scope क्या है, time duration, कितने एग्जाम्स देने पड़ेंगे, कितने पैसे लगेंगे, कितने पैसे मिलेंगे ACCA कंप्लीट करने के बाद, ठीक है? And I always see that there are lots and lots of DMs and emails that I'm receiving about ACCA का journey कैसा गया आपका. ठीक है, so today I will be sharing my personal experience about ACCA journey as well as I will be sharing few very basic details about ACCA, like what is the scope, eligibility criteria, your passing rate of different level of exams, your ACCA course structure, how many exams you need to give to complete the ACCA, as well as we will be also talking about the exemptions that ACCA gives you. Now let's move further with this video and firstly let's see what all topics I will be covering in this video. Initially, I will be covering the introduction part, which will include what is ACCA and why it has become so famous recently. Because in India, you will always listen about CA, but there are very less students who are actually pursuing ACCA. So, why it has become famous recently, and there are many tutors that are coming up for the ACCA courses as well. Now, then we will be discussing few important points about ACCA, which will include how many exams are there in ACCA, how will I find the coaching, and what are the salary expectations, benefits, cost, and finally, I will be sharing my experience, the coaching experience, and why I selected ACCA. Now, the very basic question, what exactly is ACCA? ACCA is ACCA का full form is Association of Certified Chartered Accountants. Or you will always hear your students or your colleagues or your mentors saying global CA. ठीक है? So in India, it is also called as global CA. Because why it is called a global CAC? Firstly, it is applicable in more than 180 countries. So when you think about the ACCA course, you think it as a global recognition and not just a particular country's, CA. So ACCA gives you a global reach out there. You can go in any country, including Canada, UK, Dubai, and work there as a certified chartered accountant if you hold the ACCA degree or you are an ACCA member. So the reason, okay, when it comes to my experience, actually the reason I selected ACCA was because I always wanted to move out. So this was the actual course that I wanted to do, and it will help me out in the future as well in case I move outside India. If I would have done CA, of course, there is a global reach if you give one particular exam. But yeah, it is more in depth with the CA or Indian laws, right? Now, what is the eligibility criteria of ACCA? Are you really eligible for this particular course? This is the professional examination which allows you to sit for the exam after you complete your 10th. So this is very, very, very important fact that you all need to know, that even if you don't, appear for the graduation, or if you don't have the graduation right now and you are still in 10th and you have decided that I want to become an ACCA, you can start just after your 10th grade. Finally, you can also start with the 12th ticket and anytime after the graduation, but there's a criteria that in 12th you need to have the aggregate of 65%, and there is a fact too that the youngest ACCA was actually at the age of 18. So he completed his ACCA all 13 exams at the age of 18 years. So this was the global fact, and I believe the student was in actually Dubai, if I'm not wrong. Now, this is the code, this is the review that I have copied from the ACCA portal, and this is by an ACCA member who is also an assurance manager at BDO. So I found it very interesting. The first time I wrote ACCA after my name, it felt awesome, a real achievement. It's a passport to work anywhere in the world. So this actually shows that ACCA has global recognition out in the world. Now, the second most important question that pops out in everyone's mind is how many exams do I need to give for ACCA? Okay. Okay, let me tell you, the ACCA exams are actually divided into three criteria. First of all is the knowledge level exam. Secondly, it is the skill level exam. And thirdly, you have the professional level exam. When it comes to the knowledge level exam, you have mainly three exams. First of all, AB, MA, and FA. Now the names have bit changed. This is according to the according to the period in which I appeared. Accountant is business, I believe, is now called as business and technology. Just check out the global ACC global website, but there are three exams in the knowledge level. When we move to the skill level, we have six exams. First of all is the corporate and the business law. Then it comes to the PM, tax, FRA, audit, and finally the financial management. Okay, and thirdly, there are professional exams. Now, professional exams can be bifurcated into two categories. First of all, the necessary or the compulsory exams that you need to give, which are SBR and SBL. And then you have the optional exam, four optional exams, out of which you have to choose the two depending upon your interest, depending upon किसमें आप ज़्यादा comfortable हो. I personally chose AAA and AFM. And out of these four options available, you have to choose any two. So this makes the total of 13 exams. Now, there are five mistakes that I have noticed in everyone's ACCA journey. Make sure that you watch that particular video, and I will be adding that link in my description box. Also, there is a full playlist on my channel where I have recorded different ACCA related videos, such as finding the best tutor, mistakes to avoid, and also I have recorded a podcast with one of the great tutor. Make sure that you watch all those videos. Now the exemption rules. Now there are few exemptions that ACCA provides us where you do not have to give all the 13 exams. Instead, you are actually exempted for the few exams. So make sure that you apply and you take advantage of these exemption rules, because giving an exam or cost exactly same as taking the exemption. So instead of wasting your 2 or 3 months in studying and then giving your exam, I would actually suggest you to apply for the exemption and move further with the next exam and study for that particular exam. Now, if you are appearing just after 12th, like I did, I had to give all 13 exams. If I would have started after my graduation, I had to wait for 3 years. Okay, then I could apply for four exemptions, right? If I would have done the post graduation, again, I would have gotten four exemptions. If you are in CA, IPCC, and you have cleared both the groups, then you have to go give only the 8 papers. And if you are CA, like you have completed the CA course, you have to just give four exams. That is your professional level exam, two compulsory exams, and two optional exams. Okay, so make sure that you apply for these exemptions and you take advantage, and do not waste your time if you can actually exempt and move further. There is a big announcement on my part that I will be actually conducting a test series for if you are a skill level student, and you can sit for these test series if you want. Why I have conducted these test series is because I always find it difficult for the self-study student in order to evaluate yourself. Like मैंने सब कुछ पढ़ लिया, I've studied everything. Now how will I evaluate myself? ठीक है? And I always run away from the expensive tuitions. So that's the reason I started this test series. In case you want any details about it, you can just mail me or Instagram me for more details, and I can send you the cost of each test series and mocks. And of course, make sure that you subscribe to my channel for future announcements. Now, let's move on further with the video. What is the cost involved in doing ACCA? Because each student, is worried. Each student is actually worried about the cost. How much will it cost me to complete this ACCA? Let's move on and see how many costs do I have to pay. First of all, will be your initial registration. These costs are in GBP. Okay, remember that. And this is according to the data that I have used from the ACCA website, which is on the 2nd September. So maybe it is different now. So just check out the website and make sure that you see the updated cost. Firstly, you have to pay the initial registration to UK, where you get yourself registered for the ACCA. Secondly, you have to appear for the knowledge level exam. As I covered, three knowledge level exams. Finally, you have to pay for the each skill level exam. This is the cost of one paper I am talking about. Skill level, you have to pay for the 6 exams. Finally, the SBR and SBL, which were the two compulsory professional exams, and finally the two sorry, the two optional exams that you need to pay. And also, along with this, you need to pay annual registration, which is paid in, I believe, December or January. Each year, you have to pay the annual registration fees to the UK. Now, the personal experience about ACCA, why I selected ACCA, the first reason of selecting ACCA was flexibility. Now, when I'm talking about ACCA exams, all the 13 exams, it provides me with a great flexibility. Why? Because the knowledge level exams were the on-demand examination. In 2 months, I could just prepare and give a call to my center that मुझे Monday को exam देना है. ठीक है? And the quarterly, when you come to the skill and the professional level, you have to give the exams quarterly. That is March, June, September, and December. You can select 2 or 3 papers at a time and you can appear for the exam. So the kind of flexibility that ACCA provided me was the great thing, because I have to see my busy job season, or I can say the graduation exams, and accordingly I gave my exams. Secondly was the payment of fees. Why? Because you have to pay only for the exams for which you are appearing. So it was like a cost one at a time. You pay the fees for the tuition, for the exam, and you sit for the exam. You don't have to make a huge amount of investment at one go. So this was the reason I chose ACCA. Thirdly, and the most important reason was the global reach. I wanted to move abroad. Maybe after few years of experience, everybody wants to move out, right? Global reach. Top 4 MNCs are actually recruiting ACCAs, especially मतलब उनका ऐसे आता है, if you are an ACCA, just come. Okay, so top 4 MNCs are actually demanding ACCA as their priorities. Now, how to find the tuitions? This particular topic I have also covered in another video, where I have covered few mistakes that you need to avoid before you select the right tuition for yourself. So make sure that you watch that particular video too. How to find tuitions? You can just watch it on ACCA website. And also there are different ways that you can find your tuition. Make sure that you watch that video. Now, the most interesting question is the passing rate. घुस तो गए लेकिन कितने chances है कि ACCA बन के निकलेंगे? ठीक है, तो let's talk about the global passing rates of ACCA, and I will be talking about the knowledge level exams and the skill level exam. The knowledge level exam, if you see the June 2022 exam, these were the passing rate for knowledge level and these were the passing rate for skill level. So as compared to CA, you have much greater level of passing rates in ACCA. But when it comes to the professional level of ACCA, the last four exams, the passing rates actually drops to 31%. So you need to also see the passing rate before you select the optional exams for yourself. Now, the biggest question, will I actually get the job? ACCA कर तो लिए, ACCA बन जाएंगे, but काम कहाँ करेंगे? ठीक है, ये question सबके दिमाग में आता है. Where will I find the job? So these are the top recruiters of ACCA, especially the top four, and GT. There are many firms out there who are actually looking for the ACCA members. Don't worry, you will have the enough job opportunities. Also, the best part is ACCA have a separate job portal where you can apply for the jobs. And see, if I talk about the current screenshot, in India, we have 1308 job opportunities currently available where you can actually apply and send your resume. Now that's it for this particular video. I hope this video has, answered a lot of your questions, your eligibility scope and everything. In case you have any further doubts, you can connect me on LinkedIn, Insta and Gmail. And make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Insta. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Feel free to ask any question about ACCA. Thank you so much.